ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति सोपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुश्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादानुसहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्वसे नमः। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So by the blessings of Srila Prabhupada and previous acharyas, we are hearing from different commentaries about how to surrender at the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga, and especially the commentary of Sanatana Goswami and Jiva Goswami from Hari Bhakti Vilas. In Kali Yuga, especially, they want to help us. And especially in Kali Yuga, it is very difficult to perform chanting, hearing continuously with a proper mood. Because always we are suffering due to health problem, due to, always problem is there. So their view, we can see especially these two acharyas, their emphasis on surrender. With surrender mood we have to chant, and with surrender mood we have to hear, and with surrender mood we have to serve. Then what is surrender? Krishna, I am your. Always approaching Krishna in a humble mood. Krishna, I am your, please save me. This is a special type of, we can say, this is not special type, we have to abide this mood. Krishna, I am very fallen, I don't find any hope, and I am your, and it is your duty to save me. In a proper approaching mood. And from different, like Bhakti Sandarbhas, how Jiva Goswami mentioning, from different Puranas. Sometimes in Bhakti Yoga we can see, we are considering the qualifications. Like 12th chapter Bhagavad Gita, you see the qualification of a devotee. Also 11th canto, you can see the qualification of a devotee. If you compare what Krishna said, the qualification of a devotee, if you compare with us, then we become, it looks like impossible, or it looks like I can't become a devotee. Yeah, you may study 11th canto, also 12th chapter Bhagavad Gita. What should be the nature of a devotee? If we compare ourselves, then in this life, not in this life, for many lives we can't get any hope whether it is possible for me to become a devotee or not. He said, no, this is the only hope, that taking shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna with a proper mood. Krishna, I am your, please save me. I am very fallen. I am very fallen. And you know my position. Like Rupa Goswami in Padyavali, he is mentioning one verse. Our Gurudev used to always repeat this verse. Krishna, when I hear your Dinabandhu, I become more, develop hope. You are Dinabandhu. You are savior of the fallen. So I get some hope. Okay, Krishna is Dinabandhu. I am a fallen person. Krishna will save me. But when I approach you, and when I came near to you, then I understand that you are Bhakta Vatsala. You are very dear to devotee. Now I am hearing this word Bhakta Vatsala, I become now fed up. Because I am not a devotee. But I like this mood, Dinabandhu. When I was hearing your name is Dinabandhu, I get some hope. But when I get this, when I come to know that you are very dear to devotee, then I become hopeless. This is Rupa Goswami mentioned in his Padyavali. Because I am not a devotee. These moods actually Acharyas carrying in Gaudiya Vaishnavism, our strength is avoiding the mood of Acharyas, carrying the mood of Acharyas. How Acharyas are approaching Krishna. In a particular mood. This is type of devotion is like a cultivation. Cultivation Acharya's mood. Devotional life means we have to cultivate the Acharya's mood. How Acharya is approaching Krishna. In which way? Whimsically, something, sometimes we say, I like this thing, I don't like this thing. Liking, disliking does not depend on, our choice does not depend on the procedure. It is safest, we can say this is safest position or secure path. If you cultivate the mood of Acharyas. Like Rupa Goswami said, when I hear this word Dinabandhu, I become very hopeful. But when I came to know you are Bhakta Vatsala, then I become hopeless because I am not a devotee. This is a mood. In which mood we are approaching Krishna, Krishna knows. Most of our acharyas, if we see, because this is the nature of devotee, when he became Uttama, when he became, elevated in position, in devotional field, he thinks naturally, he is Adham, I am a fallen person. Like now we are training the devotees, be humble. Okay, outside he became a humble, but inside false ego is there. We are suppressing false ego. You should humble, but even if humbly we pay obeisance to someone, then we are thinking, no one is humble like me. This is our humbleness. We are paying, when someone is glorifying us, he is a very humble devotee. And we are feeling, no one is humble like me. This is our humbleness. This is our humbleness. But actually, unless we cultivate the mood of Acharyas, we can't become a real humble. And humbleness is the ornament of a devotee. What is our ornament? This is our ornament, Tulsi Mala, Tilak. But this is ornament, humbleness. And how can we become naturally humble? When we abide the mood, when we cultivate the mood of Acharyas. Uttam hayo apana ke mane trinadham. In Sisi, you can find this one. This is nature of Uttamas. He thinks himself, I am very fallen. And although we are fallen, but we never consider ourselves that we are fallen. This is the trick of Maya. We are fallen, undoubtedly we are fallen. But never we think seriously that my condition is, how can you say, I am in such a, उत्तम हया अपना के माने त्रिणाधाम दुई प्रकार सहिष्णुता करे वृक्षसाम. Mahaprabhu is Krishna's coverage Goswami describing the Trinadapi verse. How to become humble. Oh, this is very difficult. Actually, this surrender mood means everything is there. Humble and natural faith, simplicity, dependency, everything is with surrender. Like how can you say? You are giving someone, I don't know, modern things. 3-4 things are there and effect in one place. How can you say? You are giving something like multi offering. Multi things you are offering in one package. Humbleness is, surrender is like that. Surrender means natural humbleness is there. Faith is there. Dependence is there. And simplicity is there. Unless someone is simple, he can't surrender. Yeah. Unless someone is simple, he can't surrender to anyone. And unless someone is simple, he cannot depend on someone. Everything is, how can you say, everything is coordinate. Coordinate? How can, my English is not good. Yeah, coordinate. Everything is dependent with each other. Mood of simplicity, mood of surrenderness, mood of dependency. This is natural. When Sadhu Gurus our mercy, this will become our natural propensity. Natural propensity. No need to artificial. We have to show something. I am very humble. Okay. So sometimes we become humble to receive respect from others. In fact, when people say he's a very simple, he's a humble devotee, then he acts as a humble devotee. His natural, his natural dealings is not humble because he tried to act in this way because everyone is appreciating. For appreciation, we become humble sometimes. But this quality of surrenderness, that is like multiple things are there. And therefore, Bhakti Jiva Goswami and Sanatana Goswami said, Śaraṇāgati bina tadyatam na siddhyate. Without surrender, you can't become a recognized devotee. You can't become a recognized devotee of the Lord. Even although you have different qualities, but Krishna will not accept you because you are not surrendered. And surrender means, Krishna, I am your. From the core of your heart, we have to approach Krishna. I am your. When I am saying I am your, that means what is with me? I am your. This body belongs to you. Whatever properties belongs to you, everything belongs to you. This is shelter. And he is giving references. This is Bhakti Sandarbha. Sadachara vivarjita. If someone is surrender, he may think, I am so fallen, how can I surrender? I am a devotee, but I don't have any qualities. I am a cheater. I don't have any purification. So is it possible Krishna will accept my mood? Sometimes we are devotee, we are chanting, we are hearing, but sometimes we develop doubt whether Krishna will accept me or not. Beginning it is okay, but more we became matured, more this doubt came. Whether Krishna will accept my service or not. Whether Krishna will accept me or not. But Jiva Goswami giving the references. Once you surrender, whatever your quality, Krishna don't want to see. Even if I want to take surrender unto you. Prabhuji, please give me surrender. I am your. You will never look my qualities. Try. When you surrender, even we are human beings, we are general devotees. If you approach some devotees, I want to take surrender unto you. Yes, come. Sometimes we don't have qualification. Even when not new devotees, they are preaching. Sometimes the other new devotees is coming. They are saying, Prabhuji, I want to stay under your control. Yes, come. Everyone is ready. Our nature is always, supporting us to give surrender, to give shelter to others. If we are conditioned souls suffering in different variety of angles, we are suffering, but still someone surrendering to us, we are saying, okay, I will give you shelter. Then why not Krishna? Whenever one develop this mood, Krishna, I want to surrender at your lotus feet, Krishna don't want to see this qualification. Yes. This is Krishna's nature. Sadachar vivarjita satadhiyo vrata jagat vanchaka damba ahankruta pana pesuna parapapantyaja nishtura jichanye dhanadara putra nirata sarvadhamaste api hi govinda padarvinde sarana mukta bhavanti dijaha. Bhakti Sandarbha said, even someone Pratyaha sanskaradena dijadhama. Even he is a Brahman, we don't have purification. He is very fallen. Still Krishna accept him. Satha, a cheater. His mind is, his intelligence is like cheating tendency is there within his intelligence. Still Krishna accept him. Jagatabanchaka, who is cheating everyone. Who have pride, who have false ego. And sometimes who is gossiping. Pesuna. Pesuna means, is hearing something from some devotee and again saying to some devotee. How can you say? He is just like gossiping, like that. Yeah. Jecha anya dhana dhara putta nirata sarve dhamas te apihi. Even is very fallen person. He is stealing others' wife, stealing money. But once he surrender at lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna give him shelter. Okay, I don't want to see your bad qualities. This is nature of surrender. Whenever someone surrender at lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna said, yes, I am ready to accept you. Therefore, Jiva Goswami and Sanatana Goswami always stress on this surrenderness. I can show you where this mood of surrenderness in Srimad Bhagavatam. Many verses are there. Okay, 1936. It's very important verse. Unless you surrender, if even the demigods, they will not surrender at lotus feet of Krishna, it is very difficult to perform bhajan. They can't get a result. In Sridhar Swami said, and Prabhupada mentioned same thing. 3:19, this verse, translation. You can find one word, krutagya. Yeah, what Prabhupada said about krutagya. Yeah. What grateful soul is there who would not render his loving service to such a great master as Supreme Personality of Godhead? The Lord can be easily pleased by a spotless devotee who resort exclusively to him for protection. Though the unrighteous man find it difficulty to propitiate him. Krutagya, Sumi, translation. Yeah. Krutagya, grateful souls. Next, before verse, this is 26, 36, 35. 35. See the purport. This is commentary of Siddhar Swami. Yeah, you can see. If one is an animal, he can approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotional service. This surrender is so important for us. And he's giving an example of Gajendra. Even Gajendra, he was in animal body, but once he surrendered, Krishna accepted his mood immediately. Even this surrender process is you can say, very easy for an animal. And Prabhupada said these things. Whereas even a demigod cannot approve the Supreme Person unless he is a devotee. This is Siddhar Swami's commentary. Even he is a demigod, if he is not surrendered to Krishna, it is very difficult to become a devotee. So indirectly, Siddhar Swami want to impress on us that unless we become surrendered to Krishna, to become a devotee is very difficult. And what to say about us, it is difficult for demigods. It's for demigods. Surrender is essential. And Krutagya in this word, and Siddhar Swami said, Bhakti matrena pasunam api sulabham anyatha devanam api dullabham. And Prabhupada translates something. Prabhupada said, everything is in Prabhupada books. All the commentaries is in Prabhupada books. Even if someone is demigod in a higher position but is not surrendered to Krishna, and it is very difficult to cultivate devotional life. Even someone is an animal, it is easy for him to cultivate devotional service if he is surrendered to Krishna. And this word is there in next verse 36, the word Krutagya. And Jiva Goswami mentioning in Sandarbha, Krama Sandarbha, Śaraṇāgati matre sukharadhyataha vigyastasya. Krishna is very expert. He knows the mood. Once a devotee surrender at his lotus feet, approaching Krishna, taking shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna, I am your, Krishna immediately understand his mood. The person exclusively depend on me. I have to give him shelter. Therefore he said, this word is there, Krutagya. Śaraṇāgata matre. Immediately, that moment when a devotee is ready to surrender, Krishna, I am your, please protect me. Sometimes now it is very difficult to preach, these moods. Now you have to preach intellectually. You do these things, okay, you can get. But if you say pray, then now devotees are saying how to pray. Most of the time devotees, Maharaj, you are saying praying, but how to pray? This such a stage, you don't know how to pray. Mind is so active, intelligence is so active, a devotee don't know how to pray. Whereas the simple villagers, karmi people, they know how to pray. I saw those are worshipping demigod. You can go to any demigod temple, then you can know how they are praying, even for little things. How many times they are paying obeisances. I saw in Orissa, more than a devotee, a karmi people, they are paying more obeisances. Everywhere, to stone, to tree, to any demigod, to cows, to everyone they are paying obeisances. They know, they have faith. If any demigod will not shower mercy, I can't do anything. Now you said to devotee, you have to pray. What is prayer? How to pray? And this mood you have to know. Even Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, like, how to pray. He already wrote down many songs in Gitavali. This is prayer. First, if someone will ask this question, how to pray, then how can we say to him? How can we convince him? This is the way to pray. If someone will ask you, okay, you are saying, I have to pray to Krishna, then how to pray to Krishna? First, you have to know your condition. If you understand your condition, then you can pray. Unless someone understands his condition, his fallen condition, dangerous position, then he will pray. Now we are unable to understand. Therefore, like a blind person, he cannot see anything. Someone of vision, he will show you. Like acharyas, we are blind. Acharyas carrying the mood of conditioned souls. Jiva bhav, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Gopinath, manaje pagala moro. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's mind is not mad. Our mind is mad. But he is writing, Gopinath, manaje pagala moro, namane sasana, sada achetana, visaya regeche ghoro. My mind is always within these material objects. He is very stubborn. He is not following my commands. I already tried many times. This is prayer. They understand our condition, but we are so conditioned. We don't know our condition. Unless someone realizes his fallen condition, he cannot pray. And how can, the next question, how can we understand our fallen position? Therefore, Shastra. When we study the quality of a devotee, Dhruva Maharaj's qualities, Prahlad Maharaj's qualities, devotee's qualities, then we can understand our fallen position. I am not a devotee at all. You want to see the quality of a devotee? You will become mad. If you hear all these topics, seventh canto, I can show you. Okay, Prahlad Maharaj's quality, you see. And then you think, how many lives, if I will cultivate bhakti, then how can, after how many lives I can achieve this stage? Okay, seventh canto. Krishna graha grahitatma naveda jagad idrusham. Krishna graha grahitatma. These verses, maybe more than 10 verses, you can find. You see the quality of a devotee. Yeah. Nyasta kridanako balo jadavat manastaya Krishna graha grahitatma naveda jagad idrusham. Translation, you see. From this very beginning of his childhood, Prahlad Maharaj was uninterested in childish playthings. We are now old, still we are playing with mobile. Yeah, everyone like this game, this one, that one. We are devotees. When you study Bhagavatam in a proper mood, then Bhagavad show you are not a devotee. Then we can pray. You are not a devotee. You are not a devotee. You want to become a devotee? See the nature of Prahlad. You see the quality of a devotee. From very beginning, I saw, even someone is young, he's playing football. Oh, exercise, football. I want to play this one. This is exercise. Our exercise, Prabhupada said, our exercise, take prasadam and chant, dance. This childish play, actually. In old days, we are playing the childish play. Prahlad Maharaj is uninterested. Prahlad Maharaj was uninterested in childish play things. Indeed, he gave up them altogether and remained silent and dull. Small boy, always silent, always very grave. And being fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness, since his mind was always affected by Krishna consciousness, he could not understand that. He could not understand how the world is going on, being fully absorbed in the activities of sense gratification. How this world is going on, Prahlad don't know. And this word is there, Krishna Graha Grahitatma. Krishna Graha Grahitatma. In purport, you can find, this is Chakravarti's commentary. Purport, you can find Krishna, they're like ghost. Example of ghost is there. Maybe, yeah. Find out maybe. Is there? I just, this is Chakravarti, Śaraṇāgati. It's so nice purport. Not meant to be there. Prabhupada said something there. Krishna Graha Grahitatma, this word. For Prahlad, once ghost attack you, it covers your consciousness. Suppose ghost is in your body. Within one body, two soul is working. What is ghost? His soul. Your soul is there, another soul is. Now, what is doing? Now he just, how can you say? He just stop all our activities, soul's activities. Now the ghost soul is prominent. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, for Prahlad, Krishna was acting like a ghost. Krishna Graha Grahitatma. His total consciousness. Yes, here, you see. Everything is in Prabhupada books. You see, here. Influenced by Avili, Prabhupada said. It is sometimes said that when one is influenced by the evil star like Saturn, Rahu or Ketu, he cannot make advance in prospective activities. In such that opposite way, Prahlad Maharaj was influenced by Krishna, the supreme planet. Supreme planet. Yes. Yes. Krishna Graha Grahitatma. Okay, you want to see? If you understand these points, how you are observing Krishna consciousness, then what sort of devotee I am? Just 2 hours I am chanting Hare Krishna and mind is going here and there, and now we are recognizing ourselves as big devotee, great devotee. Then we can pray. Unless we know our suffering conditions, fallen condition, we cannot pray, we cannot approach to Krishna. We can't become surrendered to Krishna. Above verse 36. All these verses, devotee have to read. Yeah. Gune asankhya mahatmai, gune alam asankhya mahatmai tasya suchyate, vasudeve bhagavati jasya naisargike ratihi. This naisargike word is very important. Naisargike. Translation. You can, what meaning? Naisargike rati. Yes. Natural attachment. And what are those natural attachments? Other verses, 37, 38, 39, 40. Up to end of the purport, you can find the qualities of the devotee. If you don't know anything, only thinking, only remembering Krishna, 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 was observing Krishna consciousness. So when we understand many places in Srimad Bhagavatam, we can find the quality of devotees. So when we study seriously, then we understand how fallen I am. Then we can approach Krishna. Then we can pray Krishna, Krishna, you save me. Unless we surrender at lotus feet of Krishna, everything looks impossible. All spiritual topics, spiritual matters, spiritual topics, without surrender, looks impossible. You try, you may try for 10 years. Maximum you can try for 10, 15 years. Then you will say, oh, it is impossible. It is impossible. Because we don't want to surrender to lotus feet of Krishna. Therefore, everything looks simple. 6th round? No, 6th round, not possible. Within 6th round, I cannot get Krishna. Then try 64 round. Then after 64 round, you say, no, that is not also possible. You go anywhere, you perform any sadhana, Jiva Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, unless you surrender, everything, you feel it is impossible for you. Therefore, you said surrender. Even for a demigod, it is difficult if he is not surrendered to Krishna. Even for an animal, it is easy if you surrender. Yeah. And Bhakti Sandarbha 265. Jiva Goswami also said about Nam, like holy name. We are chanting holy name. First take shelter of holy name, then start to chant. Namasraya, shelter. Shelter means you are my only hope. I don't have any other hope. We are committing so many offenses. And Bhakti Sandarbha 265. Namasraya kadachit syat taratyeva sanamataha namnopi sarvasruhudo hyuparadata patatyadha. If someone avoid this surrender mood and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, then Nam Prabhuji, holy name, will give him shelter. And he will free from other offenses also, like Nam offenses. You see, why we are committing Vaishnava offenses? Why we are criticizing the devotees? Why we want to see fault of others? Holy name, Krishna, we are not receiving proper intelligence from Krishna. We are not receiving properly intelligence. Therefore, our intelligence is working. Even in a mood of goodness, still our intelligence is working. Therefore, we are saying, oh, this devotee, yeah, he is doing a big job, but still, there we are saying, yes, he is good devotee, but, then again, but he is like that. We are appreciating, in mood of goodness, we are appreciating his qualities. But no, he is a politician. He is like this. In mood of goodness, our intelligence is describing his quality, then immediately coming to mood of passion. Yeah, but he is always like very aggressive. Immediately, but. We used to describe in Uriya Katha, there is a constant flow. Constant flow within our intelligence. The mood of nature is constant flowing within our intelligence. Flow of mood of nature is always within our intelligence. Sometimes sattva, sometimes raja, sometimes tama. Even we are devotees. Sometimes passion is coming, sometimes ignorance is coming. So how to stop this flow, the material flow of intelligence? Presence mind. Ashraya. Like our Gurudev always repeated. You ask any question, we are devotees, whenever we ask any question, Gurudev said, you chant seriously, nicely, then Krishna will give you intelligence. How many times, every day you will face some problems. How many times you can consult your Guru? Guru is not a pet dog. You can write always, Gurudev, I am facing this problem. Gurudev, I am... You are not keeping a pet dog, always you have to say something, you have to... No. Guru will not stay forever. If you chant nicely, Namasraya, you take surrender at lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna will give you presence mind. Okay, I have to do these things, I have to do these things. Presence mind. And I can show you one letter. I was studying this letter, Prabhupada's letter. This was here, 29 September 1967 to Krishna Priya. Prabhupada giving the essence. We are discussing many topics about surrender, everything, but what is practical? This is practical, we have to surrender. But is there any very simple process? Very something, how can you say, something gist, essence, Prabhupada saying in this letter. Huh? You find out? 29 September 1964, 67. Find out? 67. This is, yeah. Yeah. We can read from here. Krishna is always with you. Yeah. You can see, we may study the whole whole letter, what Prabhupada is saying there. Such surrender has no more obligation to anyone. So far Subal is concerned, he is also a surrender soul. And thus, thus your husband is become competent to conduct the service nicely. I have already given him instruction how to do things. Okay, then upar go to up. তুমি কোন পড়ুছ না দেখুছ? তুমি পড়ুছ না কোন? Yeah, this is machine. It is not working at proper time. Okay, I am reading. Krishna is always with you, provided you are sincere in his service and faithful to your spiritual master. Professor. Krishna is always with you, provided you are sincere in his service and faithful to your spiritual master. Sincere to service and faithful to your spiritual master. That is secret success. And it is plain and simple. Prabhupada using this word. It is plain and simple. Simple things. So where is difficulty? Prabhupada giving simple formulas. Krishna is always with you, provided you are sincere in his service and faithful to your spiritual master. That is secret success. It is plain and simple. It is a simple process. Be faithful. Develop loyalty towards Sadhu Guru and sincere in your service. Then presence mind will come. Every different souls, like we are devotees, we are different souls. We have different karma. According to karma, we have to suffer. We have to receive some pain and pleasure. We don't know what will happen. Individual devotees, individual problems. We cannot find everything from Shastra. What is your problem? If you see, where is this verse? I want to see my problem. Then only in Srimad Bhagavatam, how many verses? 18,000 verses. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses. And how many devotees, if you find out how many problems, you cannot find from Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. But everything is there. If you are sincere and you are devoted, you have loyalty to spiritual master, to Sadhu Guru, Krishna will give you proper intelligence, presence mind to mitigate all these miseries, all these problems. Yeah. Okay. 3:22:37. This is Srimad Bhagavatam said. If you surrender, then all your problems will finish. 3:22:37. Sarira manasa divya vayase jecha manusam bhautikasya katham klesa badhyante hari sansrayam. This one. Therefore, O Vidur, how can a person completely shelter of Lord Krishna in devotional service be put into the misery pertaining to the body, mind, nature, and other men and living creatures? This is not possible. If someone is taking shelter at lotus feet of Krishna, he will never suffer. Surrender is important. And many verses are there. I cannot explain how many verses are there. Srimad Bhagavatam, more than 200-300 verses you can find. Where this glory of surrenderness is there. Always Shastra said, okay, you have to surrender, you have to surrender, you have to surrender. Okay. 7:15:68. We can see the purport. The glory of surrenderness is there. 7:15:68. Okay. Actually, this is why I took this purport. 10:14:59:58. You know this verse. Samasrita Jepada Pallava Plavam. This verse is very famous verse. Prabhupada is explaining this verse in this purport. 7:15:68. In this material world, there are always dangers at every step. Padam padam jad vipadana tesam. Nevertheless, if one takes shelter of Krishna without hesitation and keep under the shelter of Krishna, he can easily cross the ocean of nations. So 10, 14 and 58. This verse is very important verse. And Sanatana Goswami, he's wrote down one commentary in Digdarshan Tika about these things. 10, 14, 58. Click there. So click karo se asivase verse. Yeah. This. Samasrita ji padapallava plavam. This verse. And in his commentary, just show the translations. Yeah. Prabhupada always, this is very famous verse. Prabhupada always used this verse. Samasrita ji padapallava plavam. Prabhupada have some favorite verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. This one is most favorite. Many lectures you can find this one. Always Prabhupada used to say this one. Yeah. And in Digdarshani commentaries of this verse, Sanatana Goswami said, Evam Sri Krishna Seva Paramarthatvat Parama Mahatmatvat Tadeka Saranam Ajatna Siddhavevaha Param Padamiti Prakranartham Upasanghara Samasritam. Krishna Sri Krishna Seva Paramarthatvat Parama Mahatmatvat Tadeka Saranam. If someone knows that Krishna is the essence of all the spiritual activities, and if someone knows Krishna is everything, Krishna is, how can we say, is glorious, everything in all respects. So, if he knowing all these things, if taking surrender at lotus feet of Krishna, without any endeavor, he will free from all anxiety. Now we are always, we are trying how to free from anxiety. And Sanatana Goswami said, no. A devotee don't have to worry for anxiety. Why anxiety is there? Why anxiety is there? What is your answer? Huh? No, that is, many answers are there. Why we are in anxiety? We are not surrendered to Krishna. Like mother and child, a small child and mother. Who is in anxiety, mother or child? Mother is always anxiety. How to protect this child? Although danger is always for child. Danger is always waiting for kids. But he is not in anxiety. Anytime he may fall, do something, some mischief activities. Because he's a small boy, he don't know anything. Danger is awaiting for a small child. But he is not in anxiety. But mother is in anxiety. So why we are in anxiety? We should be like a small child. We should be like a small child. Yes, my protector is there. My maintainer is there. This is lacking in Krishna consciousness. What is lacking in our Krishna consciousness? Although we are a devotee, but we don't accept Krishna as our protector. We don't accept Krishna as our maintainer. Therefore anxiety is there. Therefore suffering is there. Otherwise, for a devotee there is no suffering, no anxiety. Like Prabhupada always said, this is peaceful life, chant Hare Krishna. When he was preaching, All these young boys can't put faith. Can't put faith. Therefore, then now they are not hearing Prabhupada's lecture. Oh, this is not practical. This is tension-free life. How this is possible? No, they can't understand. Why Prabhupada is saying so boldly? So boldly Prabhupada is saying. Just take shelter of Krishna. This is anxiety-free life. Dance, chant, take prasadam, preach Krishna consciousness and just return back to Godhead. Just one sentence is completing whole. Within one sentence, he completed the whole spiritual life. Just one sentence. But for us, whole life. To understand one sentence, whole life we are struggling. Chant, dance, take prasad, and pass this life. And for whole life we are struggling. Why? For this. We are not surrendered to Krishna. These are chronic disease. Chronic disease. This is chronic disease. And chronic disease you cannot cure easily. We want always individual, independent. We want to maintain our individuality, individual idea, and always independency. Therefore suffering. For a devotee there is no question of suffering. If you take shelter at lotus feet of Krishna. You know this verse Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Asoka bhaya amruta rastara tomar charan doy tahate khana visrama labhya chadinu bhaver bhai. Atmanivedana, this is Atmanivedana stage. Atmanivedana toya pade kari hainu parama sukhi. Dukkha dura gelo chinta anurayla chaudika anand dekhi. Everywhere. And what we are feeling now? I am suffering, everyone is also suffering. We are not only, we are not only thinking that I am suffering. To whom we are saying, everyone is suffering. Okay, everyone is suffering, I am also suffering. What is the problem? We are giving consolation to our mind like that. We are pacifying our mind like that. Yeah, everyone have problem, I have also problem, okay. Okay. Like lazy man, Like lazy, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur used to say. The two lazy men, they are sleeping in one bed, fire is already set up. Okay, left side, we may turn to left side, we may turn to right side. Both are lazy. And now when we meet each other, only we are discussing about problems. Now devotees, when they meet each other, when they approach each other, only they will discuss about problems. That is Krishna Katha. Don't feel me bad. Everywhere. They may be in Vrindavan, they may be in Mayapur, wherever they may. It is not business. Like our Gurudev said, you are passing urine, I am also passing urine. No need to sleeping separately. Then every day you have to wash 2 mats, come together. We will sleep in 1 mat, then pass urine, and we have to wash one mat only. Now with this principle, we are all leading our life. You have problem, I have problem, okay. We are handshaking each other and discussing these problems. Only discussing problems. You go anywhere. Only problems. This is happening. What do you know? You know Krishna? No one is saying. This is going on. This is going on. Why all these discussions? Because we are not surrendered to Krishna. Therefore all the problems is coming. And I am in problem, everybody is in problem. Okay. He is passing urine, I am also passing urine, let's sleep in together. Lead life like that. No. This is not our life. We have to progress towards surrenderness. We have to, go forward. We have to take a step towards surrenderness in this life. Otherwise we cannot realize spiritual life. Without shelter, without complete surrender, very difficult. And what our Gurudev used to say, if I will say to you, then you will develop doubt. Our Gurudev said, without prem, your so-called surrender is artificial, partial, or conditional. Again, we don't have prem. But Shastra said, give up all varieties. Krishna said, give up all varieties of so-called religion and surrender unto me. And Gurudev said, without prem, your so-called surrender is artificial, partial. Then we are surrender soul or not? We are surrender. Our surrender is artificial, partial, conditional. But Krishna wants complete surrender. We have surrenderness. When we have problem, immediately approaching nursing them. You see, we are surrender soul, immediately nursing them is there. When some problem, just go and worship nursing them. And problem finished, nursing them is in his own altar with Prahlad. I am just dancing in park. Let nursing, Prahlad, you should worship nursing. I am now dancing in park. Let it is your business, it is not my business. We are surrender, conditional always. Conditional, partial, or artificial, because we don't have love. Then I was reading one purport. But if a newcomer, he will hear these things. Okay. Then when I will achieve complete, how can I say, prem stage, when we achieve that prem, then I will become surrender. Because Maharaj said, Prabhupada said in one of his commentary, more you serve, more you learn how to surrender. You progress towards surrender. More you serve to Sadhu and Guru. More you serve to Guru and Gauranga. This is training process, Steps, like you see the steps are there. First, second, third, fourth, steps are there. More you serve Guru and Gauranga, more you avoid this mood. How to surrender more, Because without surrender, even in service you cannot release something. Without surrender, chanting, hearing, every spiritual process is just like, like blocking. You feel like when you have a heart pain, this blockage is coming. Your body is everything is okay, but you feel inside something is blocking. And this is spiritual blockage. What is spiritual blockage? When you are trying your best, but you are serving, you are praying, you are chanting, you are hearing, still the surrender mood is not coming. You are not releasing something. You feel, this is my blockage in my spiritual life. Then you pray. Prabhupada said, so more you serve, more you tend to learn about the surrender. Because more you serve, Krishna will give you more realization. And these realizations will help you how to surrender. Then once you achieve prem, complete surrender. Unconditional stage. But beginning service is very important. Hari Guru Vaishnava, we have to serve, then we have to learn this path. Steps. Yeah. We are discussing something. Yeah, many things about surrender is there. Okay, I can give you one example. This verse is very important verse about surrender. And Digdarshan commentary, Sanatana Goswami said, okay, sometimes when we compare our nature, when we compare or when we judge ourselves, sometimes we lose our faith. So how can I approach Krishna? I am so fallen, I am so degraded, I am a duplicitous person, I am always committing offenses. For me it is impossible. So in Digdarshan commentary he said, if you surrender, we have to learn. We have to learn, even artificially someone is surrendering, Krishna still accepting his mood. It does not mean we have to cultivate this artificial mood. But Krishna is giving hope, Acharyas are giving hope. Like yesterday I was saying something, Gurudev said, in the devotional life there is no question of pessimism. Where Krishna is there, no question of pessimism, always optimism. Always there is some, like sun is rising, ray is there, rays are there, sunshine is there. Only we have to open our eye. So in spiritual life, always there is hope. 3:23. Aho Vakijam. You know this verse? Aho Vakijam Stanakala Kutam. This famous verse. Shukdev Goswami, when he heard this verse, he was meditating, he was Brahmavadi. Give up his mentality. Krishna is so merciful. Kangba Dayalu Saranam Rajit. Is there in anyone like Krishna who is so merciful? And in that commentary, you can show the translations. Many devotees, now this is time for us to study Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada books. Therefore you see Prabhupada disciples always encouraging us. For Bhakti Shastri, for Bhakti, okay, not for only for certificates. Okay, now Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, some is going on, I have to study, then later we don't have to study. No, this is life. This is our life. Unless in spiritual life, so many hurdles, so many challenges will come. This is natural. In which stage you may be, this will come surely. Either this is Krishna's test for us, or this may be our offenses, result of our offenses, or maybe our karma. But it will come. But our hope, Srimad Bhagavatam, Grantha Bhagavatam, Bhakta Bhagavatam, the translation. You can read the translation. Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than him, Lord Krishna, who granted the position of mother to see demon Putana, although she was faithless and had prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. Sanatana Goswami in Digdarshan commentary said, Idani parama dveshtisu api paramam krupa darsayan. So nicely mentioned. Param drushta and param krupa. She was like param drushta, I can say, topmost wicked woman. And Krishna's Leela started. After 6 days, this Putana Leela happened. Krishna said, in this life, and I have to start my Leela with a person who is most wicked and duplicitous, crooked. Krishna started her Leela with Putana. And Sanatana Goswami said, why we are hearing Krishna Katha? Always we want some hope. We already fed up in material life. We can't step. Huh? How can I say in English? We can't take back step. If I will give you $1 million, just go and drink wine. Enjoy in club. Go to cinema hall. You can't. We can go back. Now we have to go forward. So our condition, we are stuck in one place. Without surrender, we are stuck in one place. We don't want to go to back. When you look towards back means you have to turn the whole body. You have to turn the whole life. All Krishna consciousness. Whatever you know, everything you have to lose. Everything. You have to lose your faith, your assets, spiritual assets. When you want to look back, when you want to look back, you want to see your back histories. Back means everything you have to turn. And forward means straight. You have to go forward. But now we don't have strength to go back and go forward. We are now stuck in one place. That is very dangerous position. Without surrender, we don't want to go forward. We don't want to go back. Sometimes, how can I say, this is dangerous position. We used to discuss always among the devotees. What is the dangerous position for a devotee? He don't want to become a karmi and he don't want to become a devotee. This is most dangerous time. Just go to one side and enjoy. But he is stuck up in one place. He don't want to go forward, he don't want to go back. Why? Due to surrender. Yeah, due to surrender. If you don't surrender, you can't find the rage. Okay, here is Krishna, here is hope. Here is hope. I always used to say to brahmacharis, why you are considering so many things? If you sweep in your Guru's ashram as a sweeper, pass this life, you'll get mercy. But you have to avoid this mood. This is Prabhupada's place. This is pure devotee's place. You sweep here. Pass this life. This is hope. Now we are preaching. If you go to Golok Vrindavan, to whom you will preach? I used to say, the preachers first, Radharani will engage all the best preachers in Golok Vrindavan to as a sweeper. You preach so much, but you never serve. Now you have to sweep here. Yeah, I always used to say, only you are instructing everyone, you never perform any service. Now your service, you have to sweep. Yeah, this is mood. Where is harm? You go to even Vrindavan, you will struggle. Same, you go. Many devotees think, okay, I will go to Vrindavan, I will go to Mayapur. Okay, you may stay here. Without surrender, nothing will reveal. You think, okay, Sam, my place, Mayapur, oh, here politics is going on, this is going on, management going. Only these thoughts will come. This is in your mind. Wherever you go, mind is there. No, this is Prabhupada's place. This is Dham. Jagannath Babaji Maharaj used to eat with dogs. Huh? He used to always take prasadam with dogs in one pot. And when servant kick out the dogs, he said, I don't want to eat. He said, why? A dog is eating in your pot. They are not dog. This is Mahaprabhu's Dham. They are devotees. They have such vision. A devotee is already dressed as a devotee. Our mind is not ready to admit as a devotee. But they are accepting as dog as a devotee. This is mood. This is mood. Therefore, cultivating Acharya's mood is only our hope. Cultivating how Acharyas approaching Krishna. In which mood they are approaching Krishna? I have to pray like that. They are our only hopes. Which one I used? I was saying some points. Yeah, we are stuck up in one point. Therefore, we have to hear these glories of surrender. Here, Sanatana Goswami said, Param Drushtvapi Param Krupaha. She was most wicked woman. And Krishna saw his most merciful glance. Most merciful glance. Krishna is so merciful. So why did we take shelter of Krishna? Okay, Putana is devotee or not devotee? Putana, she is devotee or not a devotee? Huh? It is very difficult to describe whether Putana, she was a devotee. She was assuming form of a devotee, but acting like a not devotee, like a demon. So Sridhar Swami describing these things. I can't see any conclusion from any direction. I cannot draw any conclusion. Why Krishna delivered Putana? But only one conclusion I can draw. Bhaktam is besamatra dharanam. Because Putana, like she's duplicitous, but assuming form of a devotee. Nice tilak, wearing sari, pushing like, acting like a devotee. Therefore Krishna delivered. You are thinking this is like in Google you are finding mythology, this tilak. If someone is putting tilak for 100 years, 70 years, he will not get any result. He is paying obeisances. Material I used to calculate. I have this faith, therefore I always share this faith. Material I used to calculate. Suppose I will pay obeisance to 1,000 times. You are a human being. I will pay obeisance to 1,000 times. What you will say to me? How many days you can stop your mouth? Every day I will go to your house, I will pay obeisances. You go to someone's house and pay obeisances daily. One day he will say, what do you want? Surely. Our heart is full of lust, anger, greed. We are human beings. But if someone is falling down at our lotus feet, immediately, one day we have to inquire about him. Why you are paying obeisance to me? So a devotee, for 30 years, for 40 years, he pays obeisance to Krishna. Everything is useless. He is paying obeisances. You saw any time? You saw seriously when devotees are paying obeisances. And stood up and saw seriously how he is paying obeisances. Falling down at lotus feet of Krishna. Is useless? 100 years, if he is 50-year devotee, then how many times? Dead, if he is Brahman initiated 3 times compulsory. If he is coming to Mangalarati and Guru Puja, more 2 times, 5 times. Suppose a devotee is 3 times paying obeisances, then calculate for 50 years how many times he paid obeisances to Krishna. We don't have faith in Krishna. This is problem. We don't have faith on devotional field. This is problem. Otherwise, everything is auspicious. You are blindly. Janastayo naranajan, na pramadyat kahasit, dhaval nirvillava netre, na skalet, na patatiya. Close your eye and run in this path. He said like that. Bhagavad Dharma, 11th canto. Just close your eye and run. Is it possible? You can close. It's difficult to walk. If you close your eye, you cannot walk. But Bhagavad said, close your eye and run. And someone said, okay, if I close my eye and I will run, I will fall down. Or how can you slip? Huh? Slip? No. Maybe, how can I say? Yeah. I may slip. Or may fall down. He said, no skalet, no patet. This verse. This is surrender. Close your eye. I used to say in Hindi, and don't open your eye. Where is your problem? We are opening eye. Therefore, we are now suffering. Opening eye. You understand? What is opening eye? We want to see everything. Why Prabhupada done these things? We want to know everything. This is fourth dimensional things. Just close your eye. Follow Acharyas blindly. Bas. A new devotee cannot follow blindly. What is your maturity? Maturity of Krishna consciousness is that you become a blind follower of a pure devotee. This is maturity of Krishna consciousness. Blind follower. No one can shake your faith. Even Krishna will come? No. This is success of spiritual life. Janostaya Nurarajan na pramadyat kaschit. These are the ornament verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. Dhavan nirmillava netre, na skalet, na patatiya. In India, even in Orissa, I know from childhood, if you say to someone, okay, where is his house? Because you are a newcomer, you are asking in a village, where is his house? They used to say, close your eye, go straight. This is common in India. That means they are giving confidence. They know, close your eye. Just go straight. In right side you can find his house. Always we use this term. Close your eye. That means don't worry. This is secure path. Bhagavad Dharma is like that. Just close your eye. What Acharya said? That is maturity. In immaturity stage, many inquisitive, many doubts, many logics, many things comes to mind. But in maturity stage, fixedness. Everything is set up, only we have to follow. Yes, we have to follow. So in Putana, what are the disqualifications? Param Društva. And I was discussing something, Siddhar Swami's commentary. She was not devotee, she was not, also not a devotee, not a, you cannot say she is not a devotee also. Acting like devotee, posing like devotee, but actually she is a demon. She was a demon. Then how Krishna delivered her? And Tasyevo ekasya saranatyam nirdharayan nija bandhuvargena saha swayam arpitam saranam gatsan upasangarati. By this verse, Sanatana Goswami instructing devotees, with your friend, with your relatives, everyone should approach Krishna, everyone should take shelter of Krishna. You see how Krishna is merciful. In case of Putana. Not only we should take surrender, we have to say to everyone, just take surrender at the lotus feet of Krishna. Because Krishna is very merciful. Okay. Bhaktavesa matrena jasadgati. This is Siddhar Swami's commentary. This Bhaktavesa matrena jasadgati. If someone is just, he's liking devotee, nowadays even devotional dress is, many times we are wearing karmi dresses. No, Prabhupada don't like. Prabhupada said karmi dresses and devotional dresses. Always we have to wear, tilak should be always there. And always you have to use devotional dresses. Someone is incapable, someone is old, someone has some problems, that is different. But Krishna likes these things. This is Siddhar Swami's commentary. And Sanatana Goswami mentioned the same thing. Bhaktavesa matrena. If someone is just wearing, or how can I say, acquainted with the devotional dress, sadgati. is Sadgati. You are wearing devotional dress and approaching Krishna, paying obeisances, and singing Hare Krishna. You are thinking this is, we are not giving importance to anything. That is our problem. Our mind is so slack. We are not giving importance to anything. Not to Bhagavatam, not to deities, not to Harinam. Nothing is important for us. Because we are so materially engrossed. We never feel something very important. This is very important in my life. Raghunath Goswami, Dasa Sahasra Vaishnava Nitya Paranam. This is in Sisi, you can find. Jaddapi Sarra Tara Bata Se Hala. See, he was very tall. Raghunath Goswami is very tall. If heavy wind come, his body used to sag. So tall, so thin. But every day he is paying obeisances to 10,000 Vaishnavas. Someone say, how it is possible? 10,000 Vaishnavas. When he pays obeisances, once he pays obeisances, it is difficult for him to wake up. But still he is paying obeisances. That once he pays obeisances, he pays obeisances to many Vaishnavas. Many Vaishnavas. I am paying obeisances to this Vaishnavas of Vrindavan, Vaishnavas of Utkal, Vaishnavas. 10,000 Vaishnavas. It's a bow. We don't have any, because due to lack of surrenderness, we are not giving importance. Nothing feels importance for us. When we are not surrendered to Krishna, nothing will manifest to you. Then all the limbs of devotional service feels like mechanical. Okay, Guru Puja, okay, just going to Guru Puja, standing there, giving flower, finish. Coming to Mangalarati, just finish. But what is its importance? We are approaching Krishna. We are approaching Krishna. We are in front of Krishna. When you are in front of Radhamata, you are in front of Krishna. I am sure. You want to realize these things? You see, we are going to temple, people are coming to temple from outside, karmis. You can find people are more happy than us in the temple. Devotees, they are not so happy. They are thinking, oh, I am so fortunate I came to Mayapur. So nice deity. Where is Radhamata? Why they wear this dress today? This not look like nice. This backdrop is not nice. But you see, common people, they are feeling, oh, my life is success. Whenever, even in Orissa, whenever they saw us, whenever they meet us, oh, you are from ISKCON? I went to Mayapur. So nice place. Why? You see, anyhow, when they come here, Krishna attracts something. There are so many nice places in India, so many nice parks. They feel something because they're simple. And yesterday, 2 days before, I was reading the same commentary. Most of the time, I'm saying about Chakripad because I like Chakripad. But sometimes this is Jiva Goswami's commentary. Jiva Goswami said these things in Devastuti. He's giving this commentary. This is not Krama Sandarbha, this is from Bhakti Sandarbha. He said, if someone is very simple, just associate with sadhu, immediately you receive mercy. Receiving mercy from a pure devotee is very easy. If you are free from offense and you are simple, just sit with them. That happened in case of Prabhupada. Or at that time, all the Western devotees, they may be sinful, but they are simple. Now, we are neither sinful person nor simple person. Now stuck up in the middle. Our condition is like that. And when I was reading these things, I am very hopeful. Because our Gurudev always said these things. Unless you become simple, you may chant thousand round. You cannot realize anything spiritually. Everything is useless. Nothing will reveal to you because you are cooked. Simplicity is Vaishnavism. Always Bhakti Thakur said. And say, what is simplicity? Unflinching faith at the lotus feet of Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. That is, Prabhupada said, Acharya said, Guru said, finished. Closed chapter. Our chapter closed. No need to open every day new chapter, new discussion. No, chapter closed now. Yes, fully convinced, no one can shake our faith. If Krishna will try to shake our faith, never. Never. He cannot show, okay, this is your Guru's fault. This is Prabhupada's fault. People may say, even Krishna will say, if Krishna will say this is fault, we still will not admit. We already close our chapter. Once you close your shop, may someone may approach, you will not give anything. We already close our shop. We already convinced in this path, Krishna, whether you deliver me or not. I know. I know you cannot cheat me. But speak about Maya. If Krishna will try to cheat you, we cannot cheat you. That is faith. I came to one point, immediately I was discussing about. Yeah, without surrender, nothing we feel importance. So by serving, by chanting, by praying, with surrender mood, slowly we get experience. Then we'll surrender more, and this mood of surrender became matured. And Putana, she was not a devotee. Also, you cannot say she was non-devotee. Bhakta Vesamatra Dharanam. She only liked devotee dress. And she assuming, and she said, why Krishna shower mercy? This is new point. I can't see. I was searching all the commentaries, but I found new commentaries. This is new things. Sanatana Goswami said, Krishna is so merciful. Marana samaya tasya artanadam akarna. When she was dying, she was shouting. Putana is shouting. And just hearing this shouting, Krishna became merciful. And that time Krishna decided, okay, she's shouting, feeling pain. Okay, I will engage her in Golok Vrindavan. How can you say? As mad servant, Matrugati. Like Jashoda's assistants. No one can take Jashoda's post. She became assistant of Jashoda. And Sanatana Goswami said, this is the nature of surrender. Putana was not surrendered to Krishna. But Krishna is so merciful, devotee should know how Krishna is merciful. Just hearing the painful voice of Putana, Krishna decided, okay, I will give her Golok Vrindavan. And she's saying, Gatraskalanadi dukkham eva malokya. How can you say? She was beating her leg, hand, and Krishna watched these things. Oh, she's suffering. Patram puspam phalam toya yo me bhaktya prayachati. And Sanatan Vishwanath Thakur said these things. Oh, I was discussing these things. I came to this point. If you are simple, I was talking this thing, this commentary of Bhakti Sandarbha. If you are simple, simply you associate with pure devotees, simply you sit with pure devotees. He said, Sannidharanam Sangamatrina. Just associate with him immediately. Like I was giving this example. This devotees at that time who met Prabhupada, just associate with Prabhupada, simply. Immediately they receive mercy. If you are simple, not committing any offenses, immediately you receive mercy. Okay. Then Jiva Goswami said, if someone is committing offenses, for him, what is hope? He said, no, there is no other way, only one way. You have to please the sadhu, then sadhu will approach to Krishna. Special, how can I say, prayer for you. We are not simple. Vaishnava Avedane, Krishna Dayamoy, Mohena Pamara Pati Havena Sadai, Vinodara Nivedana, Vaishnava Charane, Kripa Kari Sangelaha, Ei Akinchane. I am praying to all Vaishnavas. I am an offender. I cannot go alone to Golok Vrindavan. When you are going to Golok Vrindavan, just take me with you. We are approaching Guru in this mood. If someone is an offender, knowingly, unknowingly, we are commit always offenses. Like our Gurudev said, although sadhu, shastra, guru always warning to us, don't commit offense, but our tendency, these are prone to commit offenses. Many times. Even sometimes we are not speaking, even in our mind, we are committing offenses. And for us, we have to please to spiritual master sadhus. They will approve for us. Then there is hope. Otherwise, there is no hope. You may serve, you may serve deity, you may chant, but you are not simple. Be careful. You are blocking your own spiritual life. You are blocking your own spiritual path. Yeah. And another very important point, because sometimes I don't have chance to speak in English. Most of the time I'm speaking in Hindi. An important point, most of the time devotees are thinking, okay, I have to chant, I have to perform my devotional service. That is good. But Krishna will deliver us, Krishna will excuse us with relationship. You understand my point? Krishna will shower mercy. Like you are suppose you are a rich man. I am approaching you, give me money. You will not give me money. But if I show my relationship with you, you know you are from Orissa, I am also from Orissa. Your brother and myself were studying in same college. When we establish relationship, immediately, okay, you are that person, okay, take something. This is called Sambandha Krupa. Why we are approaching Vaishnava? Why we are approaching Guru? Why we are approaching a pure devotees? Krishna will deliver us with their relationship. So if someone has a strong relationship with a pure devotee, Krishna sees this relationship. Then with this relationship, Krishna will deliver. Not sing our own bhajan. Be careful. We have so much faith on our bhajan. So much faith on our strength, spiritual strength. Actually, Krishna wants how much we are, keeping our strong relationship with the pure devotees. Krishna will deliver us by singing these things. That is called Sambandha Krupa. There is Sambandha Krupa. This is very important things. In CC, many places, you can find Sambandha Krupa. Even someone is unqualified, how Mahaprabhu shower mercy. Like Amok. Amok, you know Amok's? Sarva Bhattacharya's son-in-law. He was an offender. Why Mahaprabhu deliver him? Due to Sarva home. Sambandha Krupa. Many places you can find Sambandha Krupa. Many places. Why Mahaprabhu deliver Prataprudra, Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda, Advaita? Most of the devotees already accepted Prataprudra. Therefore Mahaprabhu is bound. Sambandha Krupa. So we have to keep relationship with the pure devotee. A relationship is life and soul. When pure devotee become your life and soul, be sure everything is clear. Krishna will deliver you. So unless you become simple and commit offenses, then it is difficult. Now we have to please spiritual master, sing our sincerity, then spiritual master will approach to Krishna for us. Then Krishna will excuse us. And Putana, we are discussing, Krishna at that time feel pain. Actually, Putana feeling pain. Seeing Putana's conditions, Sanatana Goswami said, Krishna feeling pain. Krishna is so merciful. Why Krishna shower mercy? Sanatana Goswami is scientifically describing. When Putana, how can you say, Putana is just shaking her hand, her leg with pain, and sweating is coming, and shouting. Who is feeling pain? Putana is feeling pain. Now Krishna is feeling pain. And she was so duplicitous, but still Krishna is so merciful. And this Kevalam paradukha asaisnataya jasya drusim gatim dadata. Krishna is so merciful. Krishna cannot see others' unhappiness. Even he came. Putana came to kill Krishna. You see. Still Krishna unable to see his unhappiness. He delivered her. Tasmat Krishna janyam kam dayalu saranam brajet. So anyone is merciful like Krishna? No one is merciful like Krishna. So surrender is important. By all these verses, many verses, 100 verses you can find in Srimad Bhagavatam. I can show you one nice purport. Prabhupada said, 4:23:7. Then this procession is coming, Radhamada is coming. We may conclude here. So, but we have to, this is very important purport. 4:23:7. This Krishna consciousness moment is therefore very safe and easy. You may find out. We have to only to execute the order of the Lord and fully surrender unto Him. We have to execute the order of spiritual master, preach Krishna consciousness, follow in the path of Vaishnaving. But here one important point said, the spiritual master represents both Lord Krishna and Vaishnavas. Because now many devotees, they are suffering. Most of the time, because I am traveling everywhere, they used to approach. So I am serving this Vaishnava, I am facing this problem. So, because sometimes Vaishnava saying, oh, you cannot approach your Guru directly. Because you are under my control. You have to serve me, you have to please me. You don't have right to go to your Guru. Without my permission, you cannot go to Guru. Because I am traveling in India. Many devotees practically facing these problems. Therefore, when I found out this purport, so therefore I want to read these things. So the spiritual master, you are not finding? 4:23:7. Yeah. The spiritual master represents both Lord Krishna and Vaishnavas. Therefore, by following the instruction of spiritual master and by chanting Hare Krishna, everything will be alright. Sometimes we are facing problems, we are following some Vaishnavas, they are in not proper order. Also, Gurudev said you have to follow them. But now you are not convinced. Or your mind is not, how can you say, is not ready to accept him as a superior Vaishnava. That time the devotees are in problem. No, that time you have to follow your Guru. Here Prabhupada said. The Guru represents Vaishnavas also. When you find some Vaishnavas is guiding you according to Guru's instruction, helping you, this is good. By pleasing Guru also you are by pleasing Vaishnavas. But if there is chance to please Vaishnavas, we may please. But it does not mean sometimes we are in dilemma. Many devotees, they are facing these problems. So what to do? No, here Prabhupada said clearly. The spiritual master represents both Lord Krishna and Vaishnavas. Therefore, following the instruction of spiritual master means and chanting Hare Krishna is everything will be alright. So everything is clear in Prabhupada's teaching. We have to read very carefully and prepare notes. Then you can understand. Everything is in Prabhupada's teachings. Therefore, this surrender, 3 types of surrender. It's a big topic, 3 types of surrender. This is Hari Bhakti Vilas 11.414. Itham cha bodhavya vidvi saranapati lakshanam vacha hruda cha tanvapi krishne ka srayanam hijat. 3 types of surrender. First only we are giving the definition of surrender. What is that? Krishna, I am your. That is basic. That is whenever we preach, when we used to discuss some Krishna Katha, always our preaching should be based on this mood. Krishna, I am your. And tasyeva aham, in mind, tasyeva aham, always in mind, I am Krishna's. When we are preaching, we are saying, what we are saying? Krishna, I am your. But in mind, I am Krishna's. I am Krishna's. Because mind is giving different directions, different ideas. Every step, different problem. Every day, so many problems we are facing. Mind is cheating us. Tasyeva aham, I am Krishna's. We have to detect our mind. I am Krishna's. I am not belong to this material world. I am not belongs to this family. I am Krishna's. Tasyeva aham. In always in mind, this is surrenderness. Many problems will come, many challenges will come, but I am Krishna's. And in our preaching, or in our, how can I say, when we are expressing something, our mood of expression should be like that. Krishna, I am your. In approaching mood, Krishna, I am your. Therefore I am preaching. Why you are chanting? Krishna, I am your. Why you are serving? Krishna, I am your. Therefore I am serving you. This is Bachik. And Manasik, Tasyeva Aham, I am Krishna's. I am not belongs to this material world. I am Krishna's. This is Bachik. This is Manasik. And Sharirik, with body, Kayana Asrayena Tatkhetrena Adi, taking shelter at like Dham, temple. This is also surrender. Through body, only in mind we cannot say, okay, I am Krishna's. And in your word I said, okay, Krishna, I am your. But sometimes we are not serving in temple. We are not serving in temple means we are taking shelter of deities. Taking shelter at the lotus foot of deities. Like those are serving here Radha Madhav, they are under care of Radha Madhav. This is not karma kanda. Okay, we have to go, just this is partial service, I can do this. We must have an attachment. No, otherwise nothing will reveal, nothing. And after many years, without surrender, without cultivating proper mood, this surrenderness, everything you feel like dry. You feel always dissatisfaction, always you feel dissatisfaction, everything feels like dryness. Empowered deities is there, ample opportunity is there, you feel dryness. No, here I am sweeping. Now the sweepers are there. Now sweepers are sweeping bathrooms. The securities are cleaning temples. Before, when we are joining, we are cleaning temples. We are sweeping. At the time, ISKCON, no sweepers are there. I used to say, then a devotee, the sweepers are fortunate. How many devotees are coming? When he is sweeping, all the dust are going inside. He is receiving mercy. When they are sweeping, I always feel that. They are so fortunate. We are thinking they are paid servant. Actually, they are fortunate. Before all the new devotees, they are used to serving. This is ashraya. This is shelter also. His temple, his khetra, his dham. So surrender is 3 times. With mind, always, I am Krishna's. Although I am suffering, although I have challenges, I am Krishna's. Krishna will save me. And when we will preach, Krishna, I am yours. Why we are preaching? I am Krishna's. It is my duty to establish Krishna is great. I am Krishna's. I want to glorify Krishna. Why I am serving? I am Krishna's. And through body also you have to serve. 3 types of surrenderness. Yes, Bhakti Yoga complete in 3 steps. Sometimes someone saying, oh, I will chant Hare Krishna only. This is also service. Devotees are saying. Hearing Bhagavatam is also service. Chanting also service. Yes, everything is service. But you have to complete 3 service. Kayik, Bachik, Manasik. Yeah. Only you are chanting and taking prasadam. And this is prasad service also, this is service. But who is earning money, who is cooking, who is distributing? They are not doing bhajan. They are taking your bhajan. Yeah. So don't think this is free prasadam. When we are hearing this is free prasadam, we are happy. Okay, free prasadam. Okay, when we are taking free prasadam, we have to give our bhajan. And now we have to serve. Bhakti is complete in 3 stages. The Siddhanta is in Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj. Evam kayena bachasa manasa cho evam kayena bachasa manasa so manogatam bachasa so manogatam parisarjamana bhagavantam. This verse is there. This evam, yes, this verse. So the translation. Yeah. Among one who thus engaged in devotional service of the Lord seriously and sincerely. Always Prabhupada using this word. Seriously and sincerely. Seriously. This, careless nature is not good. Always we are doing some service. This is Krishna's service. Our Gurudev used to say, Krishna wants your loving service. We should serve according to our capacity with love and affection. Prabhupada said here, anyone who thus engaged in devotional service of Lord seriously and sincerely within his mind, word and body, and who is fixed in activities of this prescribed devotional method, is blessed by the Lord according to his desire. Even Dhruv Maharaj was a 5-year-old boy, but Narad Muni instructed 3 things: Kaik, Vachik, Manasik. You chant Om Namo Bhagavad Vasudevaya. In your mind, you should remember this form of Vishnu, and also in Kaik, through your body, you have to collect flower, water. You can find all these verses. Evam means above verses. This is Anvaya. Evam, in this way, that means Kaik is there, Vachasik is there, Manasik is there. Surrender also 3 times. So every devotee should try to chant, or try to freeze, try to remember, and also sometimes try to serve. So surrender is 3 steps. So okay, now this is time. See if you have some questions. So please excuse me, this is a big topic to describe. So many verses are there, and especially Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami mentioning so many things. Yeah. Yeah. So no question? No. Okay, thank you. Oh, you have, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can. And Gopal.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the nice explanation about the surrender. Prabhupada also explained, you said in one sentence about the spiritual life. But the issue is, surrender word itself is very strong.
Surrender?
Word is very strong.
Why strong?
Like,
Prabhupada
it's very
said,
difficult.
no, you have to, Prabhupada said, our constitutional position, yesterday we were discussing, our constitutional position is we have to surrender to either material nature or to Krishna. And you are also surrender. I used to say, if you don't want to surrender to Krishna, you have to surrender to your wife. I am preaching like that. You may be, I used to say, you can control a big company, but you cannot manage your wife. You are surrender. Everyone is surrender. I am also surrender. Guru sometimes surrender to disciple for Krishna service. Please, serve Krishna. You serve Krishna. Anyhow, surrender process is not strong. We have to surrender. There is no other way.
So my question is to surrender Krishna.
No.
So like Krishna is very merciful. Only by shouting Putana, he saved her life. So by acting, even though I am not a surrendered soul, by acting as a Vaishnava and by putting tilak, dhoti kurta. So how long it will take to surrender Krishna in my lifetime?
Still, you see, you are putting tilak, you are chanting 6 rounds, you are taking prasadam. Still, Krishna is showering mercy, therefore you are continuing these things. Otherwise, 1 second you cannot, within 1 second Maya will drag you. Prabhupada said about Kala Krishna Das, Maya is so powerful, at any moment, anyone may fall down from his exalted position in this material world at any moment. We have some surrender to any Vaishnavas, to surrender to Guru, surrender to Dham, or surrender to deity. Therefore, we are continuing the spiritual life. Indirectly, we are surrendering. You see, even you are saying these things, in your mind, you are surrendering to Radha Madhav, or to some Vaishnavas, or to Guru, or to Dham. Therefore, you are continuing. When this mentality will not be in your heart, you can't continue spiritual life. Because when you surrender this race, you can say, the glimpse will come, the hope will come. Otherwise, more we surrender, Prabhupada said, more you surrender, more everything will reveal to you. And Prabhupada giving, I was studying today, Prabhupada said, Jajathamang Prapadyante, in that words Prabhupada said, more you surrender, more realization will come. Without surrender, nothing will happen. Yeah. Okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. I am conditioned so when we are chanting, like when I am chanting, during chanting, like when we are trying to surrender to the holy name, while chanting, some material desires may come unconsciously, or we may have some negative thinking while chanting. So, these offenses usually happen. So, is it like that? Those material desires which we are thinking unconsciously, like we are not trying to think, but it comes automatically while chanting. So it comes true. We are asking for the material desires instead of surrendering. Is it like that?
So this usually happen. In neophyte stage, this usually happen because we have other desire. And I can say clearly one thing. Everyone is struggling now to set up their life. Everyone is very worried to set up their material. The cricketers, the football persons, those are playing games, sports. They usually check their field. When I was studying all this, reading all these papers, I used to see why 2 days, 3 days before they are coming. Crowded, airport is crowded, everyone is. Why 2, 3 days? Once I asked one person, why that 2, 3 they will play after 3 days, but why 3 days before they are coming? No, they will check the field. They want to check the field because they want to, now we are in this body. We want to cultivate Krishna consciousness. But now our situation, even our field is so haphazard life now. Materially we are not set up, well set up. Someone is not married, someone is in women bodies, in some boys, young boys, even they don't decide whether I will become Brahmachari or Grihastha. And someone in ashram, even half join process. He already made all these courses, going to be join and thinking, okay, the senior devotee is also leaving ashram, what to do? So, everyone is facing even a material problem. Their field is not ready yet. Where they will play? So now, in this stage, practically everyone is struggling. So therefore, usually, this is my experience. I am not a self-realized person like Prabhupada, but as far as my realization, I can say one thing. Struggling is everywhere. But unless Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, holy name is the cause of holy name. And our Gurudev used to say, holy name will you give everything. So for holy name there is no other cause. Only attentively you have to chant, again you have to pray. This desire is coming, but I don't want. Krishna, please help me. We have to pray holy name. We have to pray holy name. And morning chanting is best. Morning sadhan. If our morning program, morning sadhan became weak, then slowly, all these offensive mentalities, everything will lose. In 1977, Prabhupada will live very. Up to 1966 to 1977, I saw many lectures Prabhupada said, morning program. You have to wake up early. Wake up early in America. This is like in India, sun is arising in west. Indian people wake up now 8, 9, 7 a.m. But Prabhupada saying these things in 1966. Wake up early. Morning sadhan. If morning sadhan became weak, everything became weak. Morning sadhan means morning chanting. Morning chanting special. Within 5 you have to start, or 5:30, 7:30. Finish your rounds. Maximum rounds. Then you can, that is Sattvagun time, mood of goodness is prominent, you can pray nicely. And actually everyone is struggling now due to their material field. But simple thing, just depend on Krishna. Krishna, I am like a small child. Like Prithu Maharaj said, many material desire is coming, but don't fulfill my desire. I like this verse. Prithu Maharaj said, don't fulfill my desire, what I am praying, but what is good for me, you knows. I am like a small child. Please fulfill your desire, your plan, your projects, what is for me. That is simple thing. If you want to lead Krishna consciousness, this is the best prayer. Balo jatha charit hita. You just give the references. I like this verse. Balo jatha charit hitam. Just you can see these references. You study these things. Krishna, I am like a small child. I have many problems. Not only chanting. This body is creating problem. Mind is creating problem. I am not carrying a proper mood. So please you help me. I am like a small child. Even this material desire will come, don't fulfill it. You find out? No. Yeah, this one. Translation. Issue in translation. This is the references. 4:20:31. Best verse, best prayer. Yeah, I'm like a small child. Krishna, please, you take care of me. So don't worry, just continue. Holy name is the cause of holy name. Yeah. So we have to pray and we have to continue our spiritual life. Okay. Mataji wants to speak something. This may be last question. Okay, you want to say? When तुम्हें पछी जिज्ञासा करनी हो माता हरि बोल not you okay then just give to this Prabhuji. Okay.
Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance and feel lotus feet. Maharaj, you told me in lecture, okay, some people they are come to temple, see Radha, they are very glad, but we are doing whole day and night serving, but we are not thinking my service is Srila Prabhupada is please, dear Radha please, not thinking when I service nicely Radha Madhavi or Prabhupada, please you are not. How to understand I please to Prabhupada, dear Radha Madhavi, and think lovingly there. Face, yeah.
When we are new devotee, our in charge used to say, he's giving inspiration. If you sweep nicely, then your heart will be clean. If you clean the pots nicely, we are cleaning the pots, dirty pots, cooking pots. If you clean the pot nicely, your heart will be clean. Only by we are hearing, we are cleaning nicely. Because we want to clean the dirty within our heart. Yeah, so when you are serving Guru and Krishna, if they will accept your service, one thing, you find a inner enthusiastic mood. Even you are not advanced, but you will never be hopeless. Always hopeful life. Even according to our stage, we might not feel we are advanced, but whenever Guru Krishna is servicing you, accepting your service means always enthusiastic mood will be there, and always you find a hopeful vision. Yeah, Guru Krishna is there. Never pessimism will come. This is the symptom. Many symptoms are there, but in beginning stage, this is the symptoms. Even fire. I was reading one commentary, just not commentary, one lecture of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. If someone set up fire in this ashram, still I will continue my service. You understand? Means fighting fire means if everyone is fighting with each other, someone set up fire, so many disturbances will happen. Still I will continue my service because I am servant of Guru and Gauranga. This inspiration will come. You will never lose faith. If Guru and Krishna is accepting your service, always optimism mood will come. Never pessimism will come. Always hopeful mood will come.
Last question. You last said, your beloved spiritual say always, Krishna want you loving service.
Yeah.
So we are not dedicated love. How do we attitude this loving?
Yeah. We don't have love, but Krishna, by his mercy, will develop love. Prabhupada said, Krishna judging our sincerity. Prabhupada said, you can please Krishna only by your sincere service. Sincerity. How we are sincere. Like I was hearing one lecture. When I used to cook for Radha Madhav, I was hearing Prabhupada's lectures. Prabhupada said, which point I was saying? Yeah, you cannot play with deities. You should be sincere. Offering time should be fixed. Arati time should be fixed. Everything should be fixed. Prabhupada said, you cannot play with deities. Prabhupada said. You cannot play, Prabhupada said, you cannot play with the deities. That's his supreme personality of Godhead. That means seriousness. When you develop seriousness, Krishna reciprocates. Oh, a devotee is very serious. You know, even your servant is very particular in nature. Immediately please. He's keeping everything in a particular place. He's performing all the service at a particular time. He's following order, immediately will please. That is love. When we develop our sincerity, Guru Krishna become pleased, this loving nature will come. Yeah. Okay, now this is time. Thank you. So please excuse me if I committed some offenses. Oh, you want? Tomorrow, no, I am leaving today. Gaurnita is there. From our brahmachari time, we are acquainted with one thing. Because most of the time devotees thinking, why we are not attending like festival like Guru Purnima. You know, from our brahmacharya time, our Gurudev used to say, like for ourselves, for myself, I never see Jagannath Rath Yatra in my life. Also, never in future, I can see it. Our Gurudev said, Jagannath is here. My reverse spiritual master said, Jagannath will come, Jagannath is here. In Rath Yatra day, you have to stay here. We are just following. I born in Orissa, but I never chance to see Rath Yatra. 25 years already passed, in future also. And all festivals, especially Gaur Purnima, Nityantra Doshi, Janmashtami, because Gaur Nita is there, Krishna Ballam is there, Gurudev said, you have to attend these festivals. Because my Gurudev said, you have to install Gaur Nita here, Krishna Ballam here, Jagannath here. We don't have love, but what to do? We have to. Even we cannot attend Rath Yatra in Bhubaneswar. We never attend a Rath Yatra in anywhere. We feel I am offender. Only praying and watching sometimes, this life. If we are in preaching. So we are bound to do something like Nityandra Dasi, Gaur Purnima. We have to see Gaur Nitai. So today I am leaving now. I am leaving. So I have train. So please excuse me. Also please bless me. Pray to Radha Madhav. So we can serve Vaishnavas. We can serve Prabhupada. We can serve also Vaishnavas. We want mercy also. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Radha Madhav ki jai. Panchatattva Bhagwan ki jai. Sambit Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Brahmanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.